Welcome to a new Draw My Life video. Welcome to a new Scary Tuesday, TikTakers. Today, we're telling you about the spooky story of María Angula, one of the most traditional stories in Ecuador. It's made several generations tremble with its macabre and supernatural tone. Throughout time, the story has suffered different variations and turned into different versions. But the most popular of all talks about the daughter of a landowner who grew up in the city of Cayambe. She was fun and bright, but people were suspicious due to her strange behavior. Maria loved lying and making trouble. She gossiped about other people and she enjoyed raising rumors among her friends to end their friendships. She spent so much time working on her schemes that she never cared to learn how to cook or organize things at home. When she grew up, she fell in love with Manuel, a simple and working man who asked her to prepare his favorite meals. But she had no recipes or any ideas on how to cook. She couldn't even boil some water. So she went to her neighbor, Doña Mercedes, a great cook herself. Day after day, Maria would go to her house to ask her how to make the meals her husband asked for. Doña Mercedes patiently explained the recipes step by step. But after all this, instead of saying thank you and admitting her ignorance, Maria simply pretended she already knew it. With time, Doña Mercedes started to get tired of Maria's arrogance. She seemed to know it all, and she decided to teach her a lesson. When she came to Doña Mercedes asking for the recipe for a broth with intestines, with pusun, stomach in Quechua, she told her it was very easy to make. She only needed to go to the cemetery and steal the guts from a body of someone who had recently passed away. Maria was really impressed, but once again she pretended she already knew, and she did as Doña Mercedes said. At night, she went to the cemetery with a very sharp knife. She waited for everyone to leave and she exhumed the most recent body in one of the coffins. When she opened the cover of the coffin and saw the body, fear paralyzed her, but she gathered all her courage. She stabbed the knife twice or 3 times into the corpse until she slit it from top to bottom, got its guts, and ran away. The following day, when she was calm again, she prepared the macabre dish for her husband. Manuel, unaware of the recipe, was amazed with it and ate it up without leaving anything. Maria got what she wanted again, but that same night she had to face the consequences of her actions. It was late. She was sleeping in bed with her husband when some howling woke her up. The wind was whistling through the window, and in the stairs she could hear the creak of steps coming heavily towards her room. They stopped in front of her door and she saw a light and heard a deep moan. María Angula, give me my guts back and the pusun you stole from my holy grave. Maria saw the door opening, pushed by a horrible ghost with its gut open and coming towards her. María Angula, give me my guts back and the pusun you stole from my holy grave. The woman didn't know what to do. She hid under the sheets, but the cold and bony hands of the ghost took her by her leg and dragged her through the window out of the house. When Manuel woke up, he couldn't find his wife and he never heard of her again. But there is a second version that talks about a different María Angula, a 14-year-old girl who helped her mother sell tripa mishki, a traditional grilled meal, typical from a region in the colonial city in Quito. One day, she sent her to the market to buy some guts, but Maria didn't listen to her. She went to play with her friends and she spent the money her mom had given her to buy the guts. When she was going back home, she was really scared, thinking of the punishment her mom had for her. But in that moment, she went past the cemetery and she had an idea to escape from the punishment. Maria went inside and stole the guts of a just buried corpse, to later on get home and give it to her mom to prepare the mishki. Surprisingly, the dish was a total success, everybody loved it, and Maria got away without being punished. But once again, the body took revenge at night. María Angula, give me my guts back and the pusun you stole from my holy grave. The girl woke up in the middle of the night, paralyzed by some howling nobody else could hear. María Angula, give me my guts back and my pusun you stole from my holy grave. She got despaired hearing the ghost get closer and closer to her room. Horrified by the torment she was about to suffer, she tried to free herself. She got a knife from a drawer and she slitted her stomach from top to bottom. When the ghost entered the room, he found a girl dying with her guts scattered on the bed. We don't know if María Angula's story was real or if it was just a legend, but we can learn a valuable lesson from her. Never profane the sleep of the dead. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it, and if you want to see more Draw My Life videos, subscribe to our channel. See you in the next episode!